Hello and welcome guys. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create a modded Minecraft server in 2025. This is going to be a full walkthrough from beginning to end. So for that I've created a fresh install of Windows 11 so you can see the whole process from beginning to end, including any issues I run into. So let's get started. So first you'll want you gotta choose your mod pack, and more than likely you're going to be using CurseForge because it's the most popular, and it's really easy to work with. So we're gonna go to CurseForge website, get the app, download standalone, and then we're gonna install it. Alright, so now that we have CurseForge installed, once it boots up, we're just gonna go through the prompts, continue as a guest, and then we're gonna install Minecraft. Now, if you already have Minecraft installed on your system, either the Java version from the website or from the Microsoft Store, that's fine. This is going to install Minecraft basically again, but a version that CurseForge can use. So it's fine to have both installed at the same time. So now we're actually going to choose our mod packs. We'll come here to browse mod packs. I already know which one I want. All the mods 9. So I'm going to click it. Now I assume many mod packs will include a server pack here, which would look like be another icon that looks like server rack. But since we don't have that here, actually I'll show you. You would see this logo. It says download server pack. But if you don't have that, I'll show you how to get it. So first come here to versions, and you want to find the most recent version, which is the first one here. In this case, all the mods 9 1.0.8. You can see it was released quite recently. So we want to come up here to the 3 dots, view mod pack website, and we're going to look for the server pack for that. So go to files. Here the first one is 1.0.8, so we'll click that and scroll down till you see additional files, and here you're going to find the server files for 1.0.8, and we're going to download that. So that's done. Let's go find it in our downloads. To make things easier for us, we're going to drag it to our desktop, and we will extract it here. So right click, extract all. Great, so now that that's done, let's go into the server pack and we're going to need to run the .jar file, installer.jar. Now, jar file is an executable file, and to run it we will need Java. So you'll also need the correct version of Java. So let's go download that. So from my general understanding, it seems like most mod packs use Java 17, or at least many do, and this one does. So we're gonna download that, but you should do some research to find out what version of Java the mod pack you want uses. If you download the wrong version, it just won't work. So scroll down here and find the one you want for your system. If you're not sure what that is, it's probably this one, Windows x64 installer. So let's download that. And also, if you currently have Java but the wrong version, you would need to uninstall that first just by going to your installed apps, finding Java, and then uninstalling it before installing the correct version. So we'll go to our downloads folder, run the Java installer. Great, now that that's done, we can come back to our server files, and we're going to run this. So right click it, go to open with, and select Java. You can install server here. We want to change this directory, however, to this, the one on our desktop here. So select that, if it lets us. Go into the folder where the files are, as you see here, and click open. And you'll see it's going to start adding other files here that are needed. Alright, so once it's done, you'll see this message showing it successfully downloaded the Minecraft server. So now we have, we basically have our server set up here. I strongly suggest testing it first here and on your computer, your local computer, to make sure it actually works and runs before moving it to where you're going to host the server. You could potentially save yourself some headaches. So that's what I'm going to do here. We'll open, I believe, this file. Yep, user JVM args. We're going to modify XMX, that's the maximum RAM. I'm going to change that to 10 because this mod pack uses a lot of RAM. We'll go ahead and save that. And we can close it. And now you'll come over to Start Server, Windows Batch file, which is a .bat file. Double click it. Run anyways. And the first time we run it, we're going to see that we need to accept the EULA. As you can see here. So we'll go ahead and close. You can just close out of this. And you can see now this file, text file here, EULA has been created. Go ahead and change false to true and save it. So we'll go ahead, run it again. Alright, so it appears our server is loaded up, or at least mostly, and that's good enough. So I'm going by preparing spawn area. Whoops. Completed. Reached 100%. And not much else is happening, so I believe it is done. Go ahead and close that out. We don't need this for now. So now we're going to go ahead and set up where our server is going to be hosted. In this case, on Unraid, we're going to be creating a Docker. Now, before you do that, actually, you'll need to create a share that you can access from your local system. So I've already done that. Basically, if you'd add share, create a name. I recommend storing it if you have an SSD cache to there. It's going to be faster. So add share. Now you're going to come down to export SMB security settings, export to yes, security private, click apply, and you'll get another menu, user access, and you'll give access to it. And there you have a share now that you can access from your local system. So I already did that beforehand and connected to it. So that's this one here. And so now we can set up our Docker container. I've already done that, as you can see, but If you haven't done that, first it's going to tell you that you need to enable Docker. You would come to settings up here, Docker, enable Docker to yes, and then apply. You can leave default settings. That's fine. So then you would come over to apps. Once you have Docker enabled, you're going to search for Crafty, and we're going to install the one with this logo by Freddy Zeros, from Freddy Zeros repository. There should be a button here, says install up here. You'll install it, and when you click that, at some point during that process, you're going to get a menu that looks like this. And this is where you'll customize the Docker. You leave all the settings default except for these two right here. So you're going to want to move both of these to the share that you can access from your local system. So as you can see, put mine SSD cache, and then the share I made MC_servers, and then I made a folder called Crafty, and inside that a folder called servers. Oops. And that's where I'm going to store server files. And then for backup files, and this under the same Crafty folder, I made a folder called extras, and that's where it's going to store backup. So I don't want to change any of that. And you can see here on our share under Crafty, there is servers, and then there's extras, like we created. So now you'll go ahead and start up if it's not already started, and then we'll go to Web UI. Now to log in to the Crafty controller, we'll come back to Unraid, go to Shares, go to App Data, and click this square with an arrow. Click Crafty 4, Config, and then Default Creds. And that's where you're going to find your default password. So go ahead and copy that. And you see your username is admin. So come back here, and we'll log in. So when you create this for the first time, you're not going to see anything right here. Come up to servers, create a new server, and you can see up here you can choose Java or Bedrock. We want Java for a modded server. For server type, Minecraft servers, come down to Forge installer. Under server version, you want to come back to Forge here and look what version of the game your mod pack is using. 1.0.8 is going to use Minecraft version 1.20.1. So we're going to select that here, and then you'll name it and here you'll select how much RAM you want it to use. For this mod pack, I'd recommend at least 14. And you'll see your default port. If you're only making one server, this is fine. And for your if you're making multiple servers, for the first one, this is fine. But for each additional server you make, you'll want to increment that last number by 1, because each server needs its own port. So go ahead and build server. It's going to download. You'll want to give it some time to set up here. Great, looks like it's done. So we'll go ahead and open our server. Come over here to config. And now we're gonna, so take note of the server. UUID starts with 48, ends with, well, yeah. We'll come over to our share, go to servers, and if you only have one, it'll be the only one. But we'll match up the first two characters here, 48, and that's going to be our server's main directory. So now we're going to open our server files over here on our desktop. And we're going to copy all these files over to here. Now this will take a couple minutes to complete. In the meantime, I'll show you what I tried at first. It didn't work, so I came over to Files, let's see, right-click, Upload, and I tried uploading this zip folder. Actually, I extracted it, and then I compressed this. Actually, no. I compressed all these folders like that, all these files, and then I uploaded that zip to the files here, and then inside here I extracted it. You would right click and you'd see extract. However, that feature is broken in this Docker in Crafty, so it doesn't work. So you have to create a share you can access from your local system and do it like that. So once it's done, you're going to ask if you want to replace the files. Go ahead and do that. Alright, so now that that is done, we can go ahead come back to Crafty, and we'll come over to config. Now what we need to do is we need to change this file path here and here to match the actual file path that we just copied in. So go ahead, going to go to, if I can find it, libraries, net, Minecraft Forge, and actually, so we need to find out from the server files what the correct name is. So the correct one should be 1.20.1-47-4-0. So we're going to go ahead and change here and over here. And then we're going to come down and do the same thing down here. And once that's done, then go ahead and click Save. And now what we need to do is we got to follow this these instructions, but not exactly. They're a little incorrect. So we're going to come back to Unraid, go to Docker, left click the logo, click console, and it's going to take us to this command line for our crafty Docker. What the heck? Never seen that before. Now we'll come back to crafty. And in our console, we got to find the file path for our server. So if you type ls, you're going to see, I'm going to guess it's under servers. So go cd servers. ls will show us what folders or files there are. This server is 48, starts with 48. So that's what we're gonna do these instructions on. So basically we're going to be changing the permissions and the owner of the file, of the server's directory and all the files in it. To demonstrate, if you type ls-la, you're going to see here the owner is crafty, and the group is root. I believe that's how it works. Don't quote me on that though. This is correct, but because we copied in a bunch of files into this directory, those files we copied in are not going to have a crafty as the owner. They're going to have whatever your Windows username is, probably. So we got to fix that, and you can also see the permissions. We'll compare before and after, and you'll see how that changes. So we're going to copy this. Well, really, it's not that much. You can just type it. Sudo chown crafty. And you're only going to include the first half of that. If you include the second half, it doesn't work. And then we're going to type the directory to our the path to our directory. And since we're actually in the folder, we don't have to type out the whole file, the whole path. We're just going to copy that that folder. We'll right click, paste, and then at the end -R, click enter, and we'll do the same for that second command. Now if we do ls-la again, you'll see for this folder we now have a W here. I believe that's what's different. And because of the -R that's recursive, it's going to change these things for all the files inside of that folder. So now we're done with that. We can close the console. And now we're almost done. So what you need to do is go to your router's settings. I'm going to log in, and then I'm going to pause the video, log in, and then I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. So I've logged in. If you don't know how to do this, you'll want to log in. Google how to log into your router settings. For my ASUS router, I'm going to come over to WAN on the left hand side, and then port forwarding on the top. You'll enable port forwarding, and then you're going to add a profile, name it what you want. Go ahead and select both for TCP UDP as the protocol. For external port, you're gonna put the port that you chose for your server. In this case, 25565. Internal IP address. Put the IP address of your Unraid server on your local network, and then click OK. And you can see I already have one that exists under that port. So that's what all you need to do here in the router, and that's going to open a port so you can your friends can access your Minecraft server from their homes. So once you have that done, we can come back to dashboard in Crafty. Go ahead and start your server. Click yes to the agree. And depending on how fast your Unraid host is, for me it'd take a couple minutes to start up. And once that is done, you should be good to go. And make sure it works. Come over here to your mod pack, just click install. It's going to install the most recent version, but make sure that number matches server pack version, or the mod pack version, so 1.0.8. Alright, so once it's done downloading, we'll click play. Alright guys, so that is my tutorial of how to make a Minecraft server with Docker in Unraid in 2025. I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, you can drop it in the comments. I may or may not see it. Make sure you like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.